My name is Chelsea, and I'll be your navigator as you explore the story of Joseph and his brothers. In our Bible story today, we journey with Joseph, his father, and his brothers from childhood through adulthood. Jacob, Joseph's dad, had 12 sons, but he loved Joseph more than any of the rest. He didn't just feel it in his heart, he made it clear who was his favorite by making Joseph an elaborate coat. Joseph didn't help the situation because he would tattle on his brothers, brag, and he told his brothers that he had dreams of them bowing down to him. Joseph's brothers got really jealous over time. One day, when Joseph went to check on his brothers at work in the fields, they took his coat and sold him as a slave to merchants that were passing by. After they sold him, they lied to their father, Jacob, and let him believe that Joseph had been killed by a wild animal. Talk about some intense sibling rivalry. Fast forward through some years, and we see that Joseph ended up in a completely different position. He moved from a place of vulnerability to a position of power. Joseph became the governor of the land of Egypt during a time of famine, and it was his responsibility to distribute all the food. Joseph's brothers came to him to buy grain so that their family wouldn't starve, but they didn't even recognize him. Instead of just revealing his identity right away, Joseph created a scheme to get them to go and retrieve the youngest brother, Benjamin, whom he loved dearly. He also wanted to see if his father was still alive. The brothers returned home and brought Benjamin back so that they could go get some more grain. When he saw his younger brother and saw that his older brothers had changed by the way they took care of Benjamin, Joseph was overcome with emotion. He told his family, "It's me! I am your brother Joseph." Instead of a happy reunion right away, the brothers were terrified because they knew what they had done to Joseph all those years ago. Instead of seeking revenge, Joseph said that he forgave them and that they shouldn't even be mad at themselves. God had brought him to Egypt to help many people, including his family. This story today shows us the many difficulties of being family. Sometimes parents mess up and treat one child better than another. Sometimes siblings get so jealous that they act out of hate and revenge instead of love and respect for one another. Sometimes family members lie and deceive one another. Being family can be hard. Growing up, me and my brother always competed. He was always trying to be like me in school, and I was always trying to be like him in sports. Our parents would compare us and make it difficult sometimes for us to just cheer each other on. As we got older, we realized that we could both be loved and great. We just needed to be ourselves and not compete with the other person. Now, we are best friends. Just like Joseph and his brothers, our story wasn't always perfect, but in the end, we were able to offer each other forgiveness, love, and friendship. My brother and I also realized that our parents compared us because their parents had compared them. Sometimes hurt travels through generations, and we have to try and respond with love so that we don't keep passing that hurt down. It can be hard, but we each have the power to change how our families relate by choosing forgiveness, love, and reconciliation when it's possible. Now, it's your turn. Think about these questions together. Have you ever had a fight with a sibling or friend and just wanted to get revenge? Why is it hard to show love and extend forgiveness instead? What can you do to help your family be peaceful and loving, even during times of conflict? What does Joseph's story teach us about forgiveness?